Okay, I interviewed Mike Tyson.
And?
In that interview, I brought up Buster Douglas' follow-up fight with Evander Holyfield, right? And I talked about how Buster was in bad shape, he was fat, overweight, didn't throw any punches, got knocked out, and was basically like, give me my money.
Did that surprise you?
No, it didn't surprise me. But I asked Tyson what he thought about that whole fight. And what he said was, look, some of us have a different bloodline than others. Some of us, when it's a big fight, we go in there and we understand what, the grand scheme of things, and we're willing to die in the ring, and we put it all out there. Obviously, Buster Douglas does not feel the same way that I do. He's like, if it was me, when I go in there, I give it my all. He said that on camera.
Okay,
I can play it. We're going to play the clip.
You don't have to play the clip. I believe you, nigga. But let me tell you something. First of all, if Mike Tyson was on his A game, and technically, before I say this, let me say this. Technically, Mike beat Buster Douglas. It was
no.
Vlad, they showed the
Me and Mike Tyson argued about this on camera.
Mike Tyson is so wanting to be the super nice guy now, he's changing everything. They showed the footage of when Mike Tyson sat at the table and counted. They watched it. Mike went 9, 10, 11. Buster was down for 14 seconds. So technically, wait a minute, let me finish. Technically, Mike won that fight.
Nope.
But let's put that aside.
No.
Let's put that aside.
No, let's address that.
No, let me finish.
Okay.
Vlad, if Mike Tyson was on his A game mentally, the way he was prior to the Robin Givens fiasco, Buster shouldn't have won that fight. So what Buster did was, Buster got lucky. He won a fight, the biggest fight of his career. But then you go on to your first title defense and you get KO'd by a legitimate Evander Holyfield. Buster was never supposed to be in that position, ever. He caught a Mike Tyson that was slipping, a Mike Tyson whose headspace wasn't right, a Mike Tyson who technically won the fucking fight. He was never supposed to be in that position. He got lucky.
Okay.
If Buster Douglas was a legit dude, he wouldn't have been a one-hitter quitter. He would have beat Mike, beat Evander, and he would still been boxing in that 90s reign. In that 90s reign, Holyfield, Riddick Bowe, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield. Buster would have been in that neighborhood. He wasn't.
Okay. When I interviewed Tyson, he still was saying that Buster Douglas had a long count. He's never let go of that. Okay?
And he's right.
But look, if you watch the fight, and I've interviewed both Tyson and Buster Douglas about this.
What you think Buster gonna say?
It doesn't matter what he's gonna say.
It does matter what he's gonna say.
Listen, I watched the tape over and over again
So
before
did
both
I.
these interviews. Regardless of whether the count was long or not, when you look at Buster Douglas, he was not knocked out and barely got up at 10.
Stop
By
right
the
there.
time the count was like 5, he was on his knee waiting for it to get to 9, and he got right up.
Okay, but
You saw it.
Let's do the
He
math.
was ready. He was ready to go.
I did see it.
Am I right though?
Wait,
Am I
no,
right?
you're not right. That's why I'm arguing with you. When he knocked Mike Tyson down, Buster didn't go immediately to his corner. Mike was on that canvas. I mean, not the other way around. Mike didn't go immediately to his corner. Buster was on that canvas for at least 5 or 6 seconds before the ref started to count. Before the ref started to count.
I don't know about that.
Watch the footage, Vlad.
Buster was ready to go by around the 5 count. He just had a few more seconds so he could rest a little bit longer. He didn't barely make the count. He was on one knee.
It was a...
Do you remember? Was he on one knee?
It was a...
Was he on one knee?
He might have been.
Or was he on his back? He was on one knee by the
You're
time...
still down on your knee. It was a 14 count.
I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree.
You got evidence and you go and you disagree.
I disagree.
I would hate to have you on a jury. They show you the fucking tape that exonerates me and you go, I disagree.